Oh God, it's a good look, it's a good look. I need to send in my measurements for my bikini. And I'm terrible at taking measurements myself, but there's nobody else here, so we need to get it done. Waist measurement, 28. Hip measurement, this is where I start to just take all my clothes off on the internet, isn't it? The widest part of your hips. Let me see, is this my hips? Is this my hips? 33.5. Glute. Okay, right, now I really do need to take all my clothes off. I will be right back. I am mid check-ins and I thought I would switch the camera on. I have been struggling a little bit with oh my God, not feeling ready, not feeling enough. And this is the reality that you go through, and you just never feel like what you're doing is going to be good enough. And like I've said before, my goal is not to win a show, okay? I know I'm going up against some really tough competition. That doesn't scare me. What scares me is getting up there and looking like I don't belong there. I don't mind coming last as long as it's careful consideration last place, as opposed to, oh Jesus, right, okay, well let's not look at her. And for the last sort of, I would say 2 months, my arm's dying. How do YouTubers do this? For the last couple of months, I've just felt like that's how I'm going to look. And this is something that is really important to speak to your coach about if you're feeling that way, because it is a very normal part of the process. And I'm not the sort of person to complain. I genuinely am not. And I am very aware that what I'm going through I'm doing this by choice. This is something that I have chosen to do. What I'm struggling with is not the work. What I'm struggling with is the fact that I'm putting the work in, and in my own head, nobody else's, in my own head, I just feel like it's just, is it enough? Like, I'm questioning it. Am I doing enough? And I just had a response from my coach. And it was really nice to hear from the person that you trust, that they tell you, you know, if I did not think that you would be ready, I would not take you to stage. That's all I care about, right? If he turned around and said to me, yeah, okay, I don't think you're going to be ready, I would also be happy, okay? All I need is for somebody to tell me the truth, because I am blind to it right now. And this is, like I'm saying, part of the process. I am blind. I have no idea. You just cannot see the wood for the trees sometimes. And to have that guidance is really, really important. And I'm crying now because I'm happy. Yesterday I was crying because I just thought this was the end. I'm not going to be able to do this. But now I'm crying because I'm happy that I have been told that I am enough and I am going to make it. And we'll get there. It's been a long process. This is the first time I've had this sort of breakdown. And I did not think, like, in week 2 of my YouTube I would come on and I would be the sort of person to be crying. But yeah, that's where my head's at. But I feel so much more grounded now. And now I have to go back to check-ins. I'm going to clean myself up, get back to check-ins and pretend nothing happened. And I am going to work my ass off for these next 9 weeks.
Right, I am on a time crunch and I need to do my steps. But I said I was going to answer a few questions as well. So that's what we're gonna do now. Why is my treadmill not working? I normally go out for my walks, but we have to multitask today because I have shit to do and no time to do it. I've got my iPad because I in no way will ever remember half the questions that you guys have asked. A lot of them were relatively similar and things that I hear almost on a daily basis. So let's jump right in. The first question, how do you stay motivated when you have hard days? So I don't know how long this video has been so far. Edit and Angela will be able to tell you, no idea. But how many times have you seen me extremely motivated and excited to do absolutely anything that you have previously seen? Zero. Because I am not motivated, right? I am not motivated to eat clean. I am not motivated to train. I am a hell of a not motivated to be standing on this treadmill right now. But I want what I want. And if I don't do the work, I don't get the reward. And it's as simple as that. And I am very aware of that. I find a lot of the time people look at fit and healthy people and think that they've got all the motivation in the world and they wonder where all this motivation comes from. They are not motivated. They are just like me and you. Cannot be arsed getting out of bed in the morning. But the difference a lot of the time is that their goal holds a lot more value. What do I mean by that? When I talk to people and I ask them what their goal is, they usually say something like, oh, I want to lose weight. Or I want to drop 10 pounds. That's surface level shit. I always say, and I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but that is a very shallow goal. Why do you want to drop 10 pounds? What changes in your life if those 10 pounds disappear? That's what you need to be thinking about. If you drop 10 pounds, how does your life change? Will you be able to take more pictures with the kids on holidays? Will you be able to enjoy actually getting ready for a night out with the rest of your mates instead of silently crying into yourself because you hate how you look, you hate how you feel? Bodybuilding is an aesthetic, right? I get that. Surface level, it is an aesthetic goal. Yes, but the deeper reason as to why I compete is because I love what it says about me as a person. When you look at somebody who bodybuilds, you see somebody who is resilient, you see somebody who is mentally tough. Like I used to be so far from that sort of a person. I was weak, I was overweight, I was incredibly unhappy on a daily basis. And what bodybuilding has taught me is basically that I can do anything that I set my mind to. And I really, really mean that. I have overcome so many challenges. I know that I can go to a foreign country and still stay on plan. I know if I forget my meal prep when I'm out and about, I can find another way. Now, obviously, those are extreme goals. But my goal is extreme, but I love it because of, like I said, the statement that it says about me as a person. And the reward in that for me is the light that I now see myself in. That feels so much better to me than downing a bottle of wine at the weekend with the Chinese just because everybody else is doing it. My motivation is not the 20 to 30 pounds that I have to lose to get stage ready. My motivation is getting to stand on that stage and go, I fucking worked my ass off and I feel so good knowing that I can do that. That's what I chase down. So the next time that you feel like you dip in motivation, ask yourself to go a little bit deeper into why you're trying to achieve what you want to achieve, what changes in your life if you succeed. Question number 2, are you not sick of eating the same thing every single day? I'm gonna flip that and reverse it. Let's take the last 2 weeks. How many times in that last 2 weeks have you eaten the same breakfast? Yeah. Nobody questions when you eat the same breakfast every single day for months on end, or you take the same lunch to work every single day. So you're happy enough to eat the same thing every single day for weeks on end for your breakfast. But then suddenly, whenever you are trying to drop body fat or go into a body recomposition phase, you are Googling 101 different ways to make eggs for breakfast. No, what are we doing, right? I am not sick of eating the same thing every single day. In fact, I encourage it a lot of the time, especially when you're deep into a fat loss phase, right? Yes, you can have some variety, but for my goal right now, I don't need variety, I just need to get shit done. And the food side of things, if I can repeat it, it is one less thing that I have to think about in a day. I need all of my energy to be training, to be getting my steps in, to be given to my team. I can add some flexibility in after my show, absolutely. Chances are I'll probably repeat all of the same meals because it works for me. But I can have flexibility and I can have other foods. But right now, I just need to make it through the day, you know? There's so many people out here overcomplicating nutrition in the name of variety, and they get fed up trying to think of new, fresh ideas. The average person eats the same 10 to 15 meals every single week, whether they're dieting or not dieting. Do you know what I mean? So why suddenly do we need all this variety? People ask me all the time, do you have any high protein recipe ideas? And I'm like, have you ever heard of chicken and wraps? There you go, okay. Here's my advice. Take this or leave it, right? You've got your calories for the day. Break down how many calories you have for breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. Please don't put majority of your calories in snacks, okay? Yeah, thank you. Set your calorie target for your breakfast, right? Perfect, let's say it's 400 calories. That's what you have for breakfast every single day. Put together 2 options within that 400 calories. Do the same for lunch, do the same for dinner. So you've got 2 options for each one. And then you've got a flexible meal plan and you can interchange them depending on how you're feeling. Maybe do 3 options for each, right? It's a little bit more work, front load it, but then you've got a flexible meal plan that you can interchange and you're not eating basically the same thing every single day. You've got lots of different options, but at the same time, it's repeatable and you're not having to think about things. There is so much power in front loading the work here. It's gonna help reduce your decision fatigue. It's gonna make tracking 10 times easier. And you are more than likely gonna stick to it because it's repeatable. So no, I am not bored. I am focused. And I know that after this show, I can put some flexibility back in, but for now, I just need to get shit done, you know? So I need to get off this stepper. I have loads more questions, but I've been recording for like 55 minutes just on those 2. So yeah, I'm gonna get off this stepper. I have to go and pick up a supplement order and then I have to go and train legs. So as I said, time to go and get shit done. Just home from the supplement shop. I could not wait on the delivery for these, so I had to go and get them because I've ran out of a few bits and pieces, and I thought I'll show them to you when I'm here because people are nosy. I know if it was me, I would be nosy too. So always I get Perform Whey. It's the only whey I use because it is like crack cocaine in a tub. I cannot tell you how many of these I have. I have tried almost every flavour at this point. This is my favourite.
the sweet and salty popcorn. It tastes and smells like the cinnamon. This is actually for Brian. He also likes the cereal milk one, which, by the way, is the most versatile protein powder I've ever tasted, but they didn't have it, so we've got that one. I am on the isolate. If you are lactose intolerant, probably best that you have an isolate protein powder. This is isolate. I'm not lactose intolerant at all, but the deeper that we get into prep, the more I struggle with digestion, so I'm doing anything that I can to try and help that along. So I'm now moving on to isolate. I have several tubs of the normal way, which I will go back to once I am finished with prep. Electrolytes. I always have stock of electrolytes. I take it in my intro workout drink every single time I go and train. I also take it in the morning, every single morning, just to replenish any lost sodium, especially now I'm doing cardio too, but I believe like most people would benefit from taking electrolytes. This is for Brian. What's that? Cray Hydrate. I assume that's like electrolytes and creatine. Yes, okay. This is what I ran out of. I drove the whole way to Belfast for this. Strawberry flavour drops, because I put it in my yogurt and then I put peanut butter and berries in my yogurt, and I cannot I cannot eat Greek yogurt without flavouring in it. If you eat Greek yogurt with no flavouring in it, I don't trust you as a human being. You should be locked up. This is new. Not tried this before. This is strawberry flavoured syrup to go in said yogurt. More creatine. That one's mine. I use this all the time. This is the Superhuman Pump. So sometimes when I'm training, it can be later on in the afternoon. I don't want to take a pre-workout. I drink enough coffee and Monster as it is. Sometimes in the morning, I will take a scoop of DFib, which is a extremely high stimulant, but other times I just want something that's going to keep me focused. Also, this gives you a really good pump, so I use it especially for like upper body days, and you can see little veins coming through. It's a vanity product for me. Like, I'm sure some people get super focused with it. I'm like, show me my veins, okay? That's why I use that. Pure vanity. Aminos. We always have to put aminos in our intra-workout drinks, not BCAAs, EAAs, okay? BCAAs are a waste of money, is the way I'm going to put that. If you have any questions around any of this, let me know, because I don't really talk about supplements that much. I tell you why, it's because not enough people do the basics, and they come to me asking for advice on supplements, and I'm like, are you hitting your steps? Are you getting enough protein? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough water? And if the answer is no to any one or more of those questions, then why are you asking me about supplements? We never get to the supplement conversation because it's normally a no to one or more of those questions. But if you do have any questions, let me know, and I will definitely address those next week. What's this? ZMAs, zinc and magnesium. Very, very good for recovery. I take this before bed. Magnesium is like the mother of all supplements for all my girls out there. Definitely recommended for hormonal health. And the last thing is a pre-workout for Brian. I mean, I've not tried this, so I cannot give you any raving reviews on it. But I do love the DFib. That's the one that I use if I need to be cooked off my tits in the gym. Anyway, I'm going to go and I'm going to put this all away, and then I am going to make some food because I am fucking starving. I am going to end it here for this week. Next week, I am going to do a couple of full days of eating. Now, I'm not going to talk about calories because that is irrelevant. What works for me will not work for you, and vice versa. But just to show you what I do eat in a day, when I'm on a high day, when I'm on a low day, how I meal prep and stuff like that, because I think that would be beneficial too. And any more questions, definitely pop them through to me in the comments or over on Instagram like you did last week. I'll put up a question box as soon as this goes out. And I will see you all then. Make sure you are subscribed, you have notifications turned on. You see, I learned that bit for this week. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.